Rochelle Payne Baum here with the famous, in our minds tonight, the Baum Squad, and we are going to share some exciting things that we are excited to share with you. and some of the secrets that we have that have helped us feel joy and happiness in our life. A lot of people wonder what it's like having a family of 10, since we have 8 children. And so we thought we've had barriers like everybody and breakthroughs, and I think people might be interested in what those are in our family, and so we'd like to share some of those with you today. As you can see, I'll introduce who we have here, and we're missing some chairs, and just like our life is crazy sometimes, we are always missing somebody. Somebody's always off doing something, and so it's hard for us to get together. That's one barrier, hard for us to all get together at the same time. And we are excited because one of our family members, Madsen, is going to be coming home after 2 years. So we're excited to see him. And then our daughters, Evelyn and Afton, are off at a youth conference, and they get back tomorrow. So we have our oldest 2 kids, our oldest daughter and oldest son here. So I'm going to do a quick introduction. Durant is videoing, and so Durant, can you say hello?
Hello.
Can you flip it around?
Yeah.
Durant is really good with photography, and so he's manning the camera today. And then we have our oldest daughter, Morgan. Our next son, Madsen's the one that's missing, and you'll be seeing him. Hopefully you'll hear from him in 2 weeks. And I'm going to actually interview him, so be excited for that. Then we have, the next oldest is Sterling here. Sterling is 12. And then we have Alexis here. She's 8. At 9, just turned 9. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of birthdays. And then our last one here is Nathaniel, and he goes by Superman.
No, what is it?
No, Tino.
Tino.
It goes by Tino as a nickname.
Tino.
So, no idea. Anyway, and then last but not least is awesome Jason. Like, without him, we would not be here. So, and he's a big part of why we're happy in our family. So we're so super grateful for him. I tried to post some great things about him lately with his birthday and Father's Day. So we're just grateful. He's a lot behind the scenes about what I do, who I am, and so he doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's awesome, and he's a lot of the brains behind our whole family. So the engineer, he's an engineer, so think of that as engineering our family. That's exactly what he does. He's awesome. So one thing I want to share a little bit is some of the barriers that we have. What would you guys say of being in a large family? People ask us, how do you do it? So what are some barriers?
Getting people to come to the table within 30 minutes.
Getting people to come to the table
That's
within
very
30
true.
minutes. That's very true. Cleaning. Yes, there's a lot of things to clean with a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you'd think that allegedly that with many hands to clean, that the house could actually be cleaner. But it turns out that usually the mom cleans or maybe the dad. And so it actually ends up being dirtier with more people.
Yeah, and if mom's gone, sometimes, frequently, seeing patients, since I see patients out of their houses, I'm not always here to clean. So our house is definitely not a clean house. We try and help when we all work together, we can get a lot done fast. So when we work as a team, we can do a lot of great things together as a team. And that's usually what happens.
My thought is like, there's always strengths and weaknesses that everyone has, and if you have a lot of strengths in one area, you've got to have weaknesses in another area. It just doesn't. I think it was Ashton Kutcher. I heard an interview that he gave, and he said, you know, with a face like mine, that there's got to be something wrong. And of course he says, what's wrong is I have web feet. And so, it's likewise, I think, you know, with, I think with such a great wife that I have.
I don't have one.
She doesn't have web feet. She's entirely web-legged.
Yeah, I hide that well. Thank goodness.
Yeah. So you know, there has to be something that gives, and I think that's I mean, it's a good thing that I think we're all imperfect in some way, and it helps us to be like more humble and forgiving of others and stuff like that.
Yeah. So a friend of mine told me something one time. If you're going to come over to my house to visit me, then show up anytime. But if you're going to come over to see my house, then give me 2 weeks notice. So that's kind of something that I think of. And yeah, and another friend said, like, me and my husband and my kids can't all look good at the same time. Oh, and my house can't all look good at the same time. So anyway. So we do not always have a perfect house. We like to have people over though, and so people just kind of see sometimes our dust and socks on the floor. But we love to have people over anyway, and people seem to enjoy coming over to our house if we have good food, and we like to have people over. So that's kind of a breakthrough. We still have people over. And we trust that people accept us for not having a perfect house or anything. So.
And luckily, you can't hear what people say behind your back. I love that.
Well, people keep coming, so I mean, maybe it's the food only. I don't know.
They didn't invent gossip for good things that people say. It's only for bad things.
Yeah.
People just come over so often because it's a national monument.
Come see the Baum's house.
I'm a little bit offended when they come over with the rubber gloves on. Like, come on, guys.
If you want to feel good about your house,
We're
then
not
come to the
sick.
Baum's house,
We're
right?
not sick.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, Morgan, do you have barriers that you feel like we've overcome, or things that now that she's gone off to college and had to cook on her own and had to, you know, be on her own? So what kind of things do you think you took from home that helped you, like a breakthrough?
Well, I guess there's a lot of support being in a big family. So it's it's nice having, I don't know, it's different when you're on your own and you don't have little siblings running around after you and hanging on to you, or like older siblings. I mean, actually I live with their aunt, but you know, it's still different not having your parents and whatnot and people that look up to you or people that you look up to. So I don't know, just the support of having a big family is really good to have. It's kind of what made me who I am today. So
Yeah, so we travel together. I've like made a new slogan that a family that travels together stays together. No, but a family that prays together stays together. We try and do a lot of fun things together, and that's been a breakthrough for us. Even if we just go for walks at the park, you don't have to spend money to do that, but we like to bike and go walking to the park in the kids' scooter, and we do that frequently actually. So we talk a lot. We don't have a TV, so that's something that our kids really appreciate, right? No TV.
That used to be like
Actually,
a huge difference between our family and other families. Except nowadays, I kind of feel like there's more interesting things on the internet. And so we should probably try to readjust that a little bit. Maybe watch the internet a little bit less, YouTube maybe a little bit less. At least for entertainment purposes, I love learning things and studying things. I have an idea I'd like to get started where I show principles of like how engines work or how different parts of a car work, and so that all my kids will know those kinds of things and know how turbines work and four-stroke engines and
Yeah.
and things like that. So electricity.
Yeah. Jason really is honestly the brains behind our family. So we talk a lot together, and that's one of the things that makes our relationship so great. Is we spend a lot of time talking with each other, and so we've always done that ever since before we got married. We really enjoyed just visiting and talking and sharing our dreams with each other. When we got married, we wanted 8 children, actually. He wanted to be an engineer, I wanted to be a physical therapist, and so when people ask me that, like, I'm like, that's what we want to do when we got married, and so we stuck to our dreams, our goals. And it's been a dream. We call our kids our dream team. Like, whoever would have thought 4 boys, 4 girls, it's like perfect. And our kids are so great, so I just feel like so blessed. But Jason really is always studying and coming up with ways to teach our children, and he's an excellent teacher. Really, he remembers all of his math, so he can help all the kids with math, whereas that's just not my forte. But no, he really engineers. He loves processes and how to improve. Wanting to improve our relationships and how we do things and learn. We love to learn. So.
You know, she says she doesn't do well in math, but the reality is when she was in college, algebra and stuff like that, you got A's, correct? And that was a very top of the class. So it comes naturally. It really doesn't matter in the end if you master it. And so I think, you know, some people aren't blessed with good looks. I am. And, you know, but other people have to work on it, and that's fine. That's great. I really like to learn languages, and you know, I speak Spanish. I'm learning German and learning French, and a lot of people say, like, wow, you must be really talented, and I really don't think I am at all. But if you're really motivated, you try really hard, then it really makes up for any kind of talent that you may have. And in the end, like when you learn something, you develop the talent.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, a breakthrough really has been just doing. And that's one thing when we had our children, like our kids help each other, and you just do it. A lot of times you just have to do it. It's hard, but everybody works together, and we learn from each other how to do hard things. So it's right.
And a lot of time things don't go to plan either. So we do a lot of playing by ear and crossing bridges when we come to them, but it usually works out. So
yeah, that's part of having faith. We have a lot of faith in our family, and we are pretty. Most of our kids are pretty easygoing and adaptable. Like, I had a friend say, like, you just decide to do things last minute, and I'm like, yeah, a lot of times we do. Because we don't know if everybody's going to be there or how things are going to work out, because everybody has different things going on. So.
Which usually means everything's closed that we would like to do.
By the time we decide, that's
it'd be great to go here.
By the time we all want to do something that's the same thing, and yeah, sometimes things are closed. So.
I'll tell you one thing, it's like impossible to go out to dinner. Because no matter how great of an idea someone has for where we could go, there's always somebody that says, ooh, I hate that. Ooh, I can't. We just ate there. Like, we haven't eaten there for like a month.
Yeah.
I know, but it seems like we did. Like, oh. So usually we end up just driving around and settling on something that's still open by the time everyone decides that they won't. Or when Dad decides, I don't care, we're going to the Thai restaurant.
Yes, right.
Or something like that.
Whoever's driving, right?
Hi.
Usually Dad.
Hi.
Thai spice. That's your favorite? Yeah.
No, let's go to Fuddruckers. Or pizza, pizza.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing, we do try a lot of different foods, so our kids also learn to cook. That's been sort of difficult. If I'm gone, I try and help the kids. I try and teach them how to cook things. So my kids can make Thai curry. Sometimes they're forced to have to make things because I'm not there, or they have to be creative. But usually the kids, I try to teach them some of the things, and are you cooking on your own?
Yeah.
Have you made curry yet?
No.
Have you bought pizza rolls in the last?
Okay.
Yeah.
I literally just bought pizza rolls last
Wait, we just talked about diligence. Diligence. Doing hard things, right? Yeah, pizza rolls are just
And
too
prepackaged
convenient.
tamales.
What? Okay. How is this so crazy?
I don't
Not
know
me.
what I think.
Cookie dough?
Principle, you know the principle.
What was it?
Cookie dough?
Yeah, a big tube of cookie dough.
Okay, that was for a date, so.
Oh, okay.
Durant, what about you? Because you're the oldest.
I've made curry.
Yeah,
I
curry.
made curry once.
Do you like to cook?
Hmm.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay.
I cook all the time.
Learn some things here.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's good. And doing your own laundry. I taught you how to use a washer. Well, okay, so we're going to share something that I hope that you can take with you. This is probably one of the most important things we've done lately in the past 2 years. And so we kind of came up with a family mission statement, and it kind of kept changing. Jason was the words, a lot of the ideas put together. He's really good with that. The concepts and the details, he helped put it together. But we both kind of talked about how we could come up with this. And it's been really good for our family, and we hope the kids, as they go off on their own, will continue that with their families in the future, and it'll be a posterity thing that they can pass on. Kind of how you should live your life and what things can help you be a guide in your life. So what we do actually, this big table seats 10. So we bought this on purpose. And it's been one of the best purchases because we sit here and we talk a lot. We have family councils here. We share dinner here with people. We talk a lot and share our ideas. Council, meaning we try and make family decisions here, and we learn things from each other. So this is really a great room and a great piece of furniture that's made a difference in our family. So we eat together, we don't watch TV. And so I wanted to kind of share, we read scriptures together. We have our scriptures up here that we read, and we have our family ancestor books that we also study, that we teach our kids about their grandpa, their great-grandpa, their great-great-grandpa, and their family members, because that helps them feel connected. So family history has been also a very important thing. But we're going to share this with you, and I will post it on Facebook if you're interested. Jason did this, and we're going to go through them with you quickly. But this is the Baum pain. Remember, I'm a pain. So P-A-Y-N-E, the pain whisperer, and the Baums. So we both came up with this together. The family purpose and values. So I'm going to post this for you guys to take a look at. Can you see this? Jason, you want to pass them out?
Hmm. Yeah,
Is
we
that
don't.
good enough? No?
We can post a picture
Okay.
later.
I'll post it later.
I don't need it because I memorized it.
So, how
I memorized 2.
yes,
And the
Alexis,
only person.
one of her talents is she's great at memorizing. And so,
After like 1 week.
Yeah.
we review this how often?
It's like a couple times a week.
A couple times a week. Come Follow Me, we study that on Sundays after church, usually in the evenings. And then we review these, sometimes in the evenings. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, let's, so by the way, this says Baum pain. In the Mexican culture, which Rochelle and I both speaking Spanish, having gone on missions to teach a lot of people from Mexico and
My
Central
grandfather was
America.
born in Mexico too.
When they have their last name is their father's last name followed by the mother's last name. So I felt a lot of thankfulness or gratefulness, I guess would be the right word, for Rochelle's parents, Rochelle's dad, who was really a guy that could be looked up to a lot and to have a lot of wisdom. So I wanted to, instead of just the Baum family purpose and values, I wanted to include his name as well, the Baum Payne family purpose and values. Ultimately, the first thing is to save, our purpose is to save our family, our posterity and ancestors, and those God puts in our path. Rochelle, you want to read SMART?
Yeah, so there's 6, right? We used to have 5. 6 principles. First is we are smart, we are loving, we are clean, we are Christ-like, we are strong, and we are joyful. And so under each of those categories, we usually go around and take turns reading them. So I'm going to start with smart. We are smart. We understand that we are sons and daughters of the Most High God. We have divine natures, infinite worth, and the divine destiny. We value wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and intelligence. We constantly learn and develop our skills and talents. We plan for the future and execute those plans. We seek God's perspective and understanding, which is pure truth.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure I'm reading loudly. Okay.
Sterling. You should be like Sterling.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
We love Sterling.
Okay.
Loving.
We are loving. We love and serve God, others, our ancestors, our posterity, our family members, and our past, present, and future selves. We love and care for all of God's creations.
Right. So, Durant, can you do clean? Just read it.
Sure. So clean. We are clean. We keep our surroundings clean and orderly, and we are clean in what we view, what we listen to, what we take into our bodies and minds, what we say, what we think about, how we present ourselves, and what we do. For no unclean thing can enter into the kingdom of God.
Okay, my
Very
turn.
good.
Okay, I memorized clean and Christ-like, and then it's Christ-like, okay?
Wait, say it loud so everybody can hear.
Okay. Christ-like, we are Christ-like. We look to the Savior espousing such principles as faith, humility, obedience, integrity, boldness, responsibility, diligence, hard work, willpower, and self-control.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good job.
I did
Awesome, Alexis. Yep.
Okay. Strong. We are strong. We are thankful to God for our bodies and do all we can to make our own body and mind fit, strong, capable, and healthy. Our choices regarding food, exercise, activity, rest, medical attention, and sleep are vital. We avoid addictive things, extreme diets, dangerous activities, harmful substances, unhealthy preoccupations, and anything that damages, mars, or denigrates our bodies and minds. Our thoughts or actions should never allow our bodies to outshine our infinite value as heirs of God.
Very good. This was kind of added, so
Yeah,
since after Morgan left.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay, Tina, you're gonna do joyful. What was that, Sterling?
No.
What were you going to say?
No. No.
You can.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Lie out loud.
Say it
Really
loud,
loud.
buddy.
So we are
yeah, joyful, yeah, joyful.
We are that we might have joy. God has prepared
God has prepared
joy for us in this life
joy for us in this life
and in the next.
and in the next.
We are positive
We are positive
and grateful to God
and grateful to God
for this.
for this.
We have fun
We have fun
and enjoy life now.
and enjoy life now.
Follow the principles to joy
That was good.
and look forward
And look for true abundance and joy
in the future,
in the future,
including exaltation
including expectation
with our Savior,
with our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Very
Amen.
good! Yay!
Amen.
You're awesome.
Good job.
Jesus Christ. Amen.
Awesome. Nathaniel's learning to read, and he's going to kindergarten, so it's going to be kind of
He
crazy.
will be going to kindergarten.
Starting kindergarten. I'm not going to have any kids at home. That's going to be weird, but anyway, we'll get over that. So we hope that you've learned something. I'm actually going to post this for you. I would encourage that some help your family be connected to each other and have purpose together. So that just helps us stay together and have purpose together and try and do things that will contribute to our joy together and happiness. And I'm just really grateful for my family. It's made me a lot of who I am. My children are so awesome. They've taught me so much, and I really value my relationship with each of them. So thank you for joining us. Next week will be really exciting as well with all of us, all 10 of us. And it's kind of a secret and surprise. So I'll share that with you. You'll be hearing from my son as well when he gets back from his mission. I'm going to interview him, and you'll hear about his 2-year mission trip in Argentina. So to close the Barriers and Breakthroughs show, we all play the piano. We all love music. That's honestly been a breakthrough in our family. When we're mad at each other, someone goes and hits the piano. We have a keyboard upstairs in 2 rooms. So when people fight over playing the piano, sometimes they can go upstairs. But the piano's been that's the next piece of furniture that's the most important thing in our family. So we're going to sing for you a patriotic song since today is the 4th of July. Alexis is getting ready. And we're going to sing God Bless the USA. Sterling's going to be our accompanist. So join us over here in the piano room. All right.
And it's not in the right key. Nobody can actually sing these notes.
Duran, you're going to sing too, right?
No.
He says no.
Duran has a great voice, so come on, Tina, come sing.